But your roast rate today is another one of Grace's coffees from Terra Nova. Thank you, Robo. It is a medium roast, unlike last one, it was a light roast. But this one is balanced and smooth with medium body, a rich, mellow flavor. What we're looking for is hints of vanilla, rhubarb, and fig. Your bag right there that it comes in. Nice logo and packaging. And of course, for beans. These ones we are looking, obviously, they are a little bit darker than last ones. Last beans were pretty light, but they kind of look blended a little bit with a bit of darker ones in them. This one, you have your darkness, more dark, less light. Which, of course, with every time you roast beans, you're not going to have every bean of those beans look like they were just tossed in last minute. I mean, but you're going to have that with anything. It's just like when you pop popcorn. I mean, you're not going to get the same heat across all of the seeds. So therefore, you then have some that are less than others, et cetera, et cetera. It's just like the opposite is true when you have your light roasts. And some of them get more heat than the other one. It's all about time, how even you're tossing them, how much you're tossing at the same time. Well, I get it, but when that's for one single thing, you have a lot. I imagine coffee roasters that they are. You're not going to have. You can strive for a little bit of consistency, but you can't guarantee. We are darker than last week. One actually looks closer to maybe the darker end of the dark medium, but smell wise, it reminds me a lot of the coffees that have the red fruit smell. I know that's a weird sentence to have, but there is a flavor note called red fruit, and it does remind me a lot of that smell with those ones. I believe it's a combination of the rhubarb and the fig. But we'll see when we try it out. But the biggest of shout outs to Traditional Grace. Grace, honey, I do appreciate you. I appreciate all the support you give me and the fact that you were willing to send me such wonderful coffees. It means the world to me. And I hope you, when you watch this, if you're not lurking, but either way, I do appreciate you, girl. And here's to you. That's an interesting mixture. Nope. No. Not filtered. My peas are popping. But I was expecting the rhubarb to take hold fast. But it is very much a figgy coffee. Like it's Christmas time and the figgy pudding. I don't know if that figgy pudding is Christmas thing. I can think of is bring us some figgy pudding. But the fig is very prominent. The rhubarb is an afterthought, which is interesting. This is a very figgy cup of coffee. And don't get me wrong, I enjoy figs as much as the next person, mainly in my fig Newtons, because that's the majority of the time that I've ever had figs. But as a main flavor note in a coffee, it is weird. I will say that. The rhubarb kind of hits at the end. It's not a hard flavor to fig year round. It is not. It is not, Luke. Fig is a very prominent flavor, for sure. Which it shouldn't surprise me that it carries the majority of the load of the flavor notes, just because, again, it is a very prominent flavor. It can cut through a lot of things. But I will definitely say that it is. I need to be on an album cover. What does that mean, everyone? What are the implications of that? Like, what makes you say that? I guess should say. But so, and then vanilla, I really don't get any vanilla at all. I might get it on the tip of the tongue a little bit, like where you use your diction, where you get diction from, the tip of the tongue and the teeth. But but maybe a little bit of vanilla, but it's not crazy. Hey, Biz. Oh, dude, yeah, yeah, yeah. Hold on. Let's see. Wait. No, 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 no. Hold on. What if I do this? What if I do this? Is that any better? Is that any better? I mean, this is my also. This is probably my favorite NCAA basketball team. But aloe. I'll take that. But I would. I again, I'm very surprised that it main notes fig. Um, the rhubarb tries to, but the fig just overpowers it all. This is very much a main flavor fig coffee. I think I've said fig more in the last 10 minutes than I have in my entire life. Um, but and I'm not really digging it. Just because fig, I feel like fig is such a niche flavor. Um, that it's not great to have as your like main component in something. Um, I think of it as like as like those really hot sauces. It's good to have like a little bit of it to articulate flavor notes. Um, but for it to be like your main flavor, I just don't. I just can't get behind it. It's not very bitter. I think the bits of vanilla probably help with that a little bit. Like it's not completely removed from the bitterness. You've still got a bit of a bite to it. Um, but it's not like dark roast territory. Chug the coffee. I literally just made it, Beardy. I literally just made it, sir. But it's 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 just so much fig. It's not bad, but it's not great. Especially coming from yet last week's. Last week's was incredible. Chugging coffee is gross. I will if it's cold, just because I want to make like a new one. Um, I'm probably so A1. The way that I do my rating system is I have my base number of 5. So I drink Maxwell House every day. Um, I shouldn't say every day because I didn't have any coffee yesterday. But it's what I have to drink at work because we've only got a Keurig and I'm not gonna bring the stuff to make coffee there. You know what I mean? Um, so I have to deal with what we get that, and I get free coffee at work, so it's even better. I'm whenever I need to be there is the default. It's coffee, very fair. So what I consider is like there's times I'll be in there at 9 a.m. and there's times I'm in there until like 5 a.m. I'm all over the place just because I work for a small business. I'm the head mechanic at a bowling alley, so it's there's no set times. But so my Maxwell House is my 5 level, and then I base it off of if I would rather have Maxwell House, or if I like it better than the Maxwell House, or if I like it worse than the Maxwell House kind of feel. And so like this one, I'm going to give it a 4, just because I can't get behind the fig flavor. It's not something I'm actively enjoying. Um, and then as it gets more and more above, like 6 is just if being I like it slightly better, Then the higher you get, the more and higher and higher and higher, et cetera, et cetera. With a cap of 10, and I have given one a negative infinity before, which I believe was the dill coffee. I'm the head mechanic at a bowling alley. I work on pin setters. That's why we have. Hold on, let me get him for you. Our boy Norm. Our boy. Background. You can't see him now because the camera's not there. Norm's retired. He was a hey mama. Big doesn't belong in coffee. I agree. So I give it a 4. Bet you couldn't pick that up. It was a 10 pin. It depends. Sometimes I can. I'd be doing well, Daddy. Hey mama. Um, but yeah, so I've been working at the bowling alley for I want to say 14 seasons with a year and a half off that I went and did something else. Um, but yeah, yes, bowling alley making a lot of fun, but it's a lot of headache too. But yeah, it's definitely gonna get a 4. It's not good, but it's not bad. It's below average. But that is your roast rate. Hope you enjoyed. And you know, back to the game.